Good evening and welcome to MSU's Inside Out. I'm your host, Tyler Lubin, always joined by
Howard Wade here. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you joining us for today, our final show here, and it's a great one. I will be joined by Sebastian Gutierrez, a Minot State football senior, and Tyler, who do you have coming
I'll be
up?
joined by two of MSU life directors. We also have Caleb with the weather and Cole with the sports, so it should be a good last show.
Throughout this entire semester, Emily and Nina have been juggling the news report. But for today, our final show, Emily is standing by with our news update. What do you have for us?
So it is finals week. Are you guys stressed?
Extremely.
Yeah, this is it.
I have some ways that you can relieve that stress and remain calm while we carry on throughout this week.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. The stressful time of the semester has quickly approached. As we enter finals week, we all need a break to just kind of stay calm. And there will be therapy dogs at the library on Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. For more information, contact Julie Cater, the cataloging and metadata librarian. While we enter back into normal life, COVID is still prevalent in our day-to-day tasks. MSU will have their 5th COVID vaccination clinic on January 21st from 9 to 12. The clinic will be located on the 3rd floor of the Student Center in the Conference Center. Students, faculty, staff, and family members are welcome and will need to provide identification. Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson booster shots will also be available. For more information, contact the COVID-19 committee. And art can be fun for everyone. The MSU Art Department is offering a freshman scholarship for fall of 2022. This will be available for incoming freshmen and will be awarded up to $2,000. Awards are determined by the quality of the application and portfolio. Requirements include a minimum of a 3.0 GPA, and applications are due by February 15th. For more information, visit the MSU Art Department Scholarship website. All questions can be answered by Micah Bloom, an MSU art professor. And also, all applicants must fill out the general Minot State scholarship form as well. And students are needed for a current research project on campus. Researchers are conducting a study on the connection between students' work, grades, and their satisfaction with those grades. While participation is entirely voluntary, you could have an impact on changing the way that we do things on campus. So for more information or questions, contact Dr. John McCollum via email. Howard, winter break is quickly approaching. Are you going home? What are you doing?
I will be heading home next week, Sunday. I haven't been home in, I think, a year, I want to say. So I'm looking forward to a sunny Christmas morning.
Do you get to stay for like the full 3 weeks?
Yeah, I get to stay for 3
great.
weeks. So
That'll
I'm
be
looking
fun.
forward to it. How about you?
Yeah, I'm going home. I leave on Thursday.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
you two, full 3 weeks?
Yes, the full 3 weeks.
Okay.
I'm coming back right before classes start.
Oh, lucky you. Well, have fun at Christmas then. I am joined today. He is a senior here at Minot State University, a AFCA All-America second team, All-NSIC second team honors as well. A true statement of what a gentleman should be here at Minot State University, Sebastian Gutierrez.
How's it going?
Appreciate you joining me today, man.
No problem.
Let's get right into it, man. You're standing 6'6", ladies and gentlemen, 295, and you watch our football games and you see Ali Muhammad and the football players doing their work on the field. This guy has a lot of recognition to get because working on that O-line, Seabass, has been a great honor. Tell me, how's the progression been for you? 2016 you came here. How's that progression been?
Hey, it's been a journey, man. You know, started off here in 2016, coming in playing tight end, you know. Then I was asked to move to the O-line. It was kind of a big transformation. You go from, you know, catching the ball, and now they're going to ask you to block and put your hand on the ground. And, you know, it wasn't easy at first. It was kind of a little bit of a tough transition, had some growing pains for a while. But, you know, as the years went on and I became more polished and, you know, gained the correct weight and, you know, came on with everything, I mean, it started to really feel right. It felt like the right thing to do. It felt like a good move, and I wasn't second guessing myself anymore. So definitely things are paying off now.
And that's a real good attitude to have, man. Now, you mentioned moving from tight end to, you know, offensive lineman. Now, you grew into your physique, but did you ever envision yourself getting this good at the O-line position?
You know, I would have, if you had asked me in high school if I was ever going to be an O-lineman, be 300 pounds, you know, I probably would have said no, like there's no way. But, you know, it happened. I mean, it took a lot of hard work and dedication, but, you know.
Now, 2016 you came here, played O-line starting in 2018. 2019 though, 2020 rather, the COVID season. How did you handle working with not having to have games, but trying to still stay in good workout and condition? How did you handle that?
Well, kind of an interesting story. I mean, I went home that summer. I took a little bit of time to be with my family because there was really nothing we could do up
Yep.
here in Minot,
Where's home?
Washington State.
Okay, Washington. All
Eastern
right,
Washington. And I went home, worked out with my brother. I have a brother, he plays college basketball, and
Okay.
we built our own gym. And, you know, we kind of just worked out and did our thing while we could. A lot of the places were closed down there, so we made do with what we had. And then coming back that fall and practicing and, you know, doing like the just fall practices that usually we'd be doing during season. I mean, we were really just focused. We took things slow. We focused on technique, you know, getting the right plays down, you know, getting a feel for our guys. So it was good. We used that to our advantage for sure.
You really did, because now moving into this season, you made, like I said, all those great honors teams. So coming into this year, did you have any goals that you saw yourself attain, or yes, no? What about that?
I wanted to be All-American. That was
Okay.
my biggest goal.
Yep.
You know, I got second team. Obviously, would have liked to get first team, but you know, I mean, All-American. I'm not settling, but All-American is still second team is a great honor for sure.
It really is. Now, you helped Ali Muhammad to make his statement when he first came here in 2019, and I think for you, we now see your future with some of the NFL teams that are looking at you. Do you think that was the year where they started to look at you, or when do you think that happened?
Yeah, 2019. You know, actually, there was no recognition. I had got second team conference, but the way the journey kind of happened is I had a Viking scout come down
Okay.
during the COVID season.
Yeah.
And he was, you know, he was just coming down like on a routine, like, hey, maybe we thought you guys had a guy down here that could possibly be, you know, a prospect.
Yeah.
He wasn't really thinking too much of it. But after I did a workout for him, that's when the buzz started happening. I showed him some good stuff, and you know, then after that, a lot of the teams became interested. So
Yeah, 20 plus teams, am I right?
yeah,
That's really impressive, man. That shows the work ethic of yourself and the dedication that you put forth to that line. Now, let's talk about your play on the field for a sec. Right, left side, which side are you?
so I played my first 2 years at right. Played right tackle, and then this past season they asked me to switch to left tackle.
Yeah.
I played all games at left tackle. I did actually sub in for guard at some times too when we
Okay.
had some injury issues. So I played a lot of positions on the O-line.
Okay. Now, do you have a preference, or
I don't have a preference at all. I mean, I could play any position.
just a true O-line
Yep,
specialist?
yep.
And that's really good. Now, looking ahead to your future, let's talk about that. As I mentioned, the NFL teams are interested, and we'd assume that's the route you're seeking to take, yes? Now, for the upcoming weeks and months, what are your plans to get yourself prepared?
Well, next week I'm going to go home and see my family for a little bit.
Okay.
You know, going to get some much needed rest, and
Yep.
then starting January I'll be training in Minnesota towards or for my NFL you know, prospects or whatever. And I'll just be doing that for 2 months. I'll try and attend a senior game in Texas, and
Yep.
if that works out, then that'd be awesome. But just that's going to be to give me more exposure.
Yeah, and we can't sugarcoat. That game has a lot of impact on that draft night, am I
For
right?
sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So come April, if that game goes well, which we wish you all the best, April, good things will happen.
Oh yeah.
Now,
100%.
before we end, let's talk about a defensive end that you can't wait to match up against. Do you have anyone that you're dreaming against?
Hey.
Who are you thinking?
I mean, you guys have heard the big names, you know, Myles Garrett, you know, Aaron Donald's an interior guy. Love
Yep.
to go against him, but you know, pretty much any of the big name stars in the NFL. It'd be interesting to see what happens there. I mean, I have all the confidence in the world, so that helps.
Okay, perfect. Minot State University has prepared Sebastian for his future, now going on to pursue a NFL career, and we wish him all the best. As I said, first in the senior game and then working out for these NFL teams. All the best with that, man. Coming up after our underwriters, we will have Caleb with our weather update, and Tyler Lubin will be joined by Emma and Hannah from MSU Life. Stick with us.
Thank you to all of our underwriters. Trinity Health is a comprehensive healthcare system based in Minot, North Dakota.
Fiance, with all your prom and bridal needs, located in downtown Minot.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports.
KIZZ FM Z94, playing today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's music mix.
SRT, offering a number of services including phone, TV, internet, and security.
KRRZ, 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZPR 105.3 FM, Minot's rock station.
East End, where the poor is worth so much more, located in downtown Minot.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
Nice Impressions, no job is too big or too small, located in downtown Minot.
MSU Beavers Hockey, online info at msubeavers.com.
Forward Communication, connecting professionals in the Midwest.
El Azteca, authentic Mexican food on North Broadway near the airport.
MSU Theater Department, year-round entertainment.
Red and Green, MSU's student-run newspaper.
MSU Bookstore, for all your campus needs.
Minot Nutrition Addiction, offering healthy smoothies and meal replacements on the go.
H-Bar-B Construction, for all your oil field needs.
Bear's Cat Donuts, located on Broadway across from Minot State campus.
Thank you for sticking with us. As promised, we do have our weather update, and Caleb is standing by. What do you have for us, man?
All right, guys, let me tell you what. I hope you're ready for Christmas because we are walking in a winter wonderland. It is chilly out there, and we've got a lot of snow. So let's take a look at our weather. Luckily, it's not going to stay that cold for too long. As you can see in our current temperatures right now, it's actually around 30 degrees, sunny outside, with a high of 39 degrees and a low of 19. Don't think we got to 39 today, but hey, still pretty nice considering the temperatures we had before. Now, if we take a look at our 7-day forecast, it's going to warm up over the weekend. On Friday, it's a little chillier, looking at highs in 28. Then on Saturday and Sunday, we're actually going to get some pretty nice weather for this time of year, looking at the highs in the into the upper 30s, almost up to 40 degrees. Then looking into the next week over here, over the week, we're staying in steady mid-30s. Then on Wednesday, we might get just a bit of snow, and then that might drop the temperature. On Thursday, we're looking at a high of around 18 degrees. Now looking at current temperatures across the state, up in the Magic City here in Minot, it is currently 32 degrees. Looking down to the state capital, it is 30 degrees in Minot and 32 degrees in Bismarck. Then if we look across to the western side of the state, in Williston, it is 32 degrees, and in Dickinson, 34. And finally, headed east, looking at Grand Forks, we are 30 degrees, and Fargo, 34. Now, looking at our hometown today, we're actually looking at my mom's hometown down in Portsmouth, Dominica. Hi, Mom. Current temperature is 77 degrees. The high today was going to be 85 degrees and a low of 74. Finally, we are headed over to St. Cloud for our athletics. It's going to be basketball, both men's and women's. So over there on Friday, even though we're playing in Duluth on Friday, it's going to be 28 degrees. Then on Saturday, when they actually head over there, it's going to be 28 degrees with a low of 18 degrees. And then finally on Sunday, it's going to be 36 degrees. That has been a look at your area weather. Back to y'all. So what do you think of that cold that we've had?
Honestly, I've been kind of waiting for it. I know my car's never looking forward to it, but I know it's about that time.
Yeah, well, for all those cars out there that have been having a hard time, don't worry about it. It's going to warm up over the weekend, so it won't be so bad. At least we can hope.
Sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
MSU Life is a big part of most student activities here on campus. And joining me today are two student directors from MSU Life, Emmett and Hannah. Welcome to the show.
Good to be here.
How has this semester been for MSU Life?
This semester went really smoothly, especially coming back from COVID. This was both of ours first year as event coordinators for MSU Life. And it was just really cool to see the students out here. Again, I'm a sophomore here at Minot, so I didn't really get to see the faces that I would like to have seen early in my student career here. But being a part of the events and just watching people come out has been awesome for me, and I personally have just enjoyed being here.
Yeah, I think we knew that there was going to be a lot more people than usual, especially coming out of COVID, but we were not prepared for how many people were actually going to show up to all of our events.
Now, you said the first time as being coordinators. How much preparation goes into events like these?
I mean, Aaron pretty well does a lot, Aaron Hughes, but we prepare mostly the day before, a lot of setting up and stuff like that, but we plan months and months ahead.
Well, it kind of depends on the event. So if we have like a high-risk event like bingo, we want a lot of people to be there. So we go shopping like a week before. We have Apama, who's our skilled media director. She's an absolute rock star. She's the broadcaster basically for our entire like group, our whole team, MSU Life. She really is active on Instagram, and so if people want to find out about an event, they go on Instagram and they find out how to get there and all the details, and it's a great team we have.
That's awesome. Now you talk about bingo. Bingo was this week. Could you guys talk about that and how successful that was?
Yeah, bingo was overcrowded, you'd say. In the conference room, we had about 15 to 20 people that had to sit on the wall in the hallway of it, and then we had a standing room only. So it was really packed, really fun. At the end, we had like the most intense rock, paper, scissors game over the last bingo because 2 bingos were called at the same time, and it was just quite the experience.
Yeah, I love the wrapping of the presents, and like they can choose what they want, but they don't know what it is until they unwrap it, so I love seeing their faces.
So when it comes to events and stuff like this in the semester, what are the ideas kind of start to hatch?
We start planning the semester prior, so we're already planning for spring semester. Actually, we were at the beginning of this semester, so.
Yeah, so right about actually tomorrow, we're starting to finalize our calendar for next semester, and about last month we had a team meeting on like what we kind of wanted to see from what our students wanted to see from us, and then what, again, we'd like to put together, so.
Sounds good. What was your guys' favorite event this semester?
Mine was the holiday bingo that we just did. It was amazing to see how packed it was.
Mine was a little earlier in the year. It was Battle of the Bees. It was campus-wide capture the flag. Didn't get the exact turnout we wanted, but we had about maybe 80 kids there that were just so excited to be there, and it was so much fun just to see the competition in our student life.
Now, both being first-time directors, what kind of made you guys want to be involved in something like MSU Life?
I really like Minot State in general, so I like being involved, and I like helping make decisions with MSU. And so this was just another way to help make decisions.
In high school, I was actually the vice president of my high school, so I was able to plan events similar to like I'm doing now. And so I had the experience, and like I said, I didn't get to see the faces I'd like, so I kind of felt like I had to put myself out there earlier in my student career here at Minot. So I just thought of MSU Life as the goal.
What would you say is kind of like the hardest part of like putting something together? I put you guys in the spot here.
Trying to predict the future and trying to figure out, like, we can always guess how many students are going to be there, but sometimes it's more, sometimes it's way less. We can always guess that students are really going to like this event, and sometimes nobody shows up. So trying to predict and see how many people are actually going to show up and how many people like it.
I'd agree with her, like predicting and then trying to plan the right time with student life. So if we planned it during a softball game, we're missing softball and all the fans of softball. If we plan an event during a football game, we lose 106 kids that automatically can't go to our events. So it's really hard looking at the schedules beforehand and then planning when we want it.
That's a final question. Any advice to any students looking to get involved?
Come to our events, for sure. Join MSU Life. It's a great club, and we take all of their advice and all of their suggestions. Stay involved on Instagram, Facebook even, all that fun stuff.
Just stop by the ID office and say hi. That's all you got to do.
Sounds good. Keep your eyes open for the calendar next semester for events put on by MSU Life. We'll be right back after word from our underwriters. Welcome back. Winter sports are in full swing, and our very own Cole Clementis does a great job reporting them. Cole, what's in the sports world?
And as reported on the weather, it has been really chilly, so which makes for some great hockey weather. And the Minot State men's team just got done playing last night, big win against DCB. They'll be back tomorrow, starting a home and home against Jamestown. Toros on the road, and some basketball will also be traveling. And I'll have more for you guys here in a second. But hello, Beaver fans! I am Cole Clementich back again with your Inside Out Sports. After suffering their first loss to the UNLV less than a month ago, the MSU Men's Hockey Club continues to go on a tear. The Beavers execute a weekend sweep over the in-state rival U-Mary Marauders. They now find themselves back on home ice this week. DCB comes to town looking to spoil the party. However, the Beavers would stay red hot with a 4-1 win last night against the Lumberjacks. The offseason is underway for Minot State football. Despite a 2-9 record, the Beavers had a lot to overcome. Coach Mike Aldrich says there were a few positives in the team's final game of the season.
In the enormity of it all with our overall record, but we went through a lot of adversity and we were able to keep fighting. And I'll tell you what, the last game of the year against Concordia, to finish that game with a 99-yard drive to win the football game in driving snow was pretty poetic, and it was a great way to finish our season. But in the enormity of it all with our overall record.
As the current players begin their off-season workouts, Coach Aldrich and his staff will be hard at work on the recruiting trail to bring in a new colony of Beavers for next season. The Beavers hit the mat for a brand new wrestling season. Inside the MSU Dome featured the home opener as Minot State hosted Northern. A fast start, unfortunately, was not able to put the Beavers over the edge. The Wolves complete the comeback victory, winning the duel 19-13. Other scores involving Minot State athletics: the women's hockey team with a beatdown on the University of Minnesota in their club team. Sweeping the Gophers, the Beavers pick up 6-2 and 5-2 road wins. Basketball went to Moorhead and split with the Dragons. The men open up the series with an 88-74 victory. The women, however, followed up with an underwhelming 67-43 loss, although you cannot be entirely down on them after an impressive double overtime win over Northern State. The men also won their game against Northern last Thursday night. In wrestling, the Beavers traveling to Moorhead for the Dragon Open. The 285 weight class ended up being Minot versus Minot as Jake Swerple and Jordan Will met up in the Red Division Championship. In the end, it was Jake Swerple, or AKA Thor, securing the title. And congrats also to Brendan Barnes in the white division. He finished with a clean sweep of pins to claim the championship in the 149 weight class. It's time for the weekend preview. Wrestling is back on the home mats and will battle it out with in-state foe University of Mary. First match is slated for 7. Men's hockey is on a home-and-home series with the Jamestown Jimmies. Beavers open tomorrow at home with a 7:30 puck drop against the number 10 team in the country. Another home-and-home on the schedule, it will be for the women's hockey club also. A Sunday matinee for your Lady Beavers is set for 1 o'clock. That is all we have this week for your MSU Sports. Good luck to all the teams competing on the road this weekend. I'm Cole Clementich, and as always, for one last time, Roll Beavs. Tyler Howard, it's been a record-setting past month here for Minot State Athletics. I mean, you got Max Cody, Cody Dwyer, Melvin Newburn getting milestones, just a whole bunch of records going down. How awesome is this time for the athletic department right now?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Being here for like my 5th year now, I've seen a lot of athletes come in and out, and it's always good to kind of see that, evolution of people setting records and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing, and it, to me, looks towards our future. You have guys that can even transfer in, like Melvin, and continue to have his game progress to a next level. So it's pretty impressive for our basketball program and all sports programs as a whole, Thank you, Cole, for our sports update. Coming up after our promotions, we will wrap up our final show. Stick with us.
I've been cheering since I was a freshman in high school. I coached for about 2 years. I was a head coach there. It's always been my life. I really love how involved all my teachers are, and they really care. I get a lot of real-world experience here. Public relations to me is all about helping an organization, a business, an individual be shed in a positive light. That's what it's all about. For the KMSU auction, we go around to businesses and we get donations. I got to auction off the packages on live TV. I loved everything about it. I can't tell you how much fun I had. I never knew what I was going to do, and I never had any passions. I have a broadcasting degree. I felt I was at home at school, and I finally felt I was on the right path, and I was actually going to like what I'm doing and be good at it.
Minot State's small enough that you get to experience a lot of good things. You get into radio right away, TV right away, work as a director, a producer, or a talent on the show. It's really fun to be involved in doing all those things. We've got the new technical equipment. Everything you work with here, for the most part, is going to be out there in the real world. Neil Roberts is a great mentor. He has been seasoned in TV and radio and able to bring that experience to the classroom, and he's personable. He has a passion for it, and he wants everyone else to share that passion as well. I'm the director and producer of Inside Out. I work with a lot of different people and make sure that everyone's satisfied and everybody's working together to make communication what it is. Over this semester, everybody's worked together and found this rhythm with each other, and it all just comes together. It makes a really nice finished product.
And we're back, but sadly, for the final time. Tyler, it was a great year, man.
It's an honor.
It's an honor. But for today's show, we would like to extend our gratitude to Sebastian Gutierrez. We'd also like to extend our gratitude to Emmett and Hannah for coming on the show and being able to sit down and do an interview, you know? It's not easy, but they did it. And also to our students here in the broadcasting department, Emily, Nina, thank you for giving our news updates every week. Cole, thank you for giving our sports updates. We had Caleb with weather, and we always say our tech crew, I'll call their names, our director Maya. We have Mason back there as well, and Josephine. We appreciate them, and you can talk about our professors, whoever else.
We'd like to thank Neil Roberts and Lee Johnson for all the hard work they do to make sure this show, comes on every week. And Emily is audio. We'd like to thank her as well. We'd also like to thank you, the fans, because without you guys, we're just simple people talking to no one.
Yeah, truly. And to all, a Merry Christmas.